Die, monster! You don't belong in this world.
It is not by my hand that I am once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man? A miserable pile of secrets. But enough talk! Have at you!
Hi, I'm Bob Mackie, and the reason I love Castlevania Symphony of the Night is that it has a very, very understated sense of humor that no one really talks about, but it's there in the game. Like, there are a lot of really cool items you can get that I can talk about. One are these boots, I forget what they're called. I think they're just platform shoes, but they raise your character 1 pixel height, and they do nothing else in the game but that. You also have like a Technicolor dream coat that you can wear and change the colors accordingly. Basically any color in the rainbow you can make it. And later in the game, you actually, in the second half of the game, you kind of kill the entire cast of the Wizard of Oz in boss form, and that's totally awesome. And the game has a lot of really interesting little touches like that, either in items or enemies or rooms that the people making the game obviously had a sense of humor about what they were doing, and that's hard to see in a lot of games these days. And that's why I like Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
I'm Gerry Parish, and what I love about Castlevania Symphony of the Night is the fact that it was the game that kind of broadened my video game horizons altogether. It was the first game I ever imported. It had been 5 or 6 years since the last real Castlevania game had come out, and I saw a video of it at a monitor at Walgreens, and I was just amazed by how beautiful the graphics were. It wasn't chunky polygons, it was these beautiful hand-drawn 2D sprites. So I immediately found a place in my hometown where I could have my PlayStation modded and buy an import copy of the system, or of the game. And so I sank like $150 into this one game, and it was absolutely worth it. It was so great, so fun. And at that point, I was down the rabbit hole, and I started buying all these other import games. And then I ended up here working at oneup.com. So yeah, if you ever hate oneup.com, you can blame Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Hey guys, I'm Marty Sliva, and the reason I love Symphony of the Night is because of the twist that occurs halfway through the game. When I first played it 15 years ago, I had no idea that this was going to happen, and I made it halfway through the castle, to the top of the castle, and fought Richter, and I murdered him, and the game ended, and it had a sad ending, and I was like, what the hell? But then somehow I found out that if you get these magic rings, you find these special goggles, and all of a sudden you can save Richter. And when you do that, the sky opens up, and you see that there's an inverted castle on top of the castle you'd already explored. And you realize that you're only halfway through the game. And yeah, that twist was awesome. First twist like that I ever experienced in a game, and still probably my favorite.
Hey, what's up? I'm Jose Otero, and the reason I love Castlevania Symphony of the Night is because, prior to Castlevania Symphony of the Night, I'd played action games, I'd played adventure games, and I'd played RPGs, but they were all very separate genres. And Symphony of the Night was the first game I played that brought together all three. You had, cool action elements, and everything, combat happened in real time. You had an adventure game exploring this huge castle, and then the RPG element, the fact that as you fought things, you got experience, and you leveled up a la carte. And that still influences the way I play that game today. Spending a big chunk of time on the first part of the castle just so I'll be stronger for the later parts of the game. And I loved it. It was amazing. And it was a Castlevania. That just sealed the deal. It's my favorite game ever.